All right, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I recommend checking out my website here, danceofthecosmos.com. Once again, my name is Dan Hendricks, and this is continuing the series here about karma, fate, free will, and astrology. This is video 6. We're now in video 5. What we talked about was the difference and the distinction between karma and fate and free will. Now we're going to talk about the relationship that karma plays in fate and free will. So so when we were talking about in video 5, what I did mention is that there's a way because of the 4 categories of karma. So let's just review the 4 categories of karma. So we have Sanchita karma. Sanchita karma is like this overall tapestry or canopy or the totality of all of the karmas that we have to experience in all of our lifetimes as it currently stands. Always increasing, always decreasing. It's always in flux. And then we have prarabdha karma, which is the karma that we're going to experience that's going to come to fruition in this lifetime. And then we have kriyamana karma, which is the karma that we are creating from the actions that we are taking in this lifetime. And then we have agama karma, which is the karmas that we are creating from the thoughts that we're having that we don't even necessarily follow through with, but just that alone is creating karma. So with that being said, like I related in the past video, how Sanchita and prarabdha karma can make us feel faded, right? Because we're more aware of those things that we have to experience. Whereas if we're more in tune with kriyamana karma, which is the ones that we're engaging by doing, we can feel like free will, like we're ahead of the karma, or, because we don't feel like we're burdened or held by that or ensnared in karma, which can be an experience kind of fate, right? Now, what I'd like to talk about for prarabdha karma, the karmas that we experience this lifetime, these are classified, and even of sanchita karma, of kriyamana karma, agama karma, all the different karmas can be, each one of those categories can fall into a classification of 3 different classifications here. So let's look at those classifications. So what you'll see is there is drita, which is fixed. There is adrita, which is non-fixed. And basically anytime you have a Sanskrit word and you put the word a in front of it, it's kind of like negating this, negating drita, which is non-fixed, adrita. So, and then we have drita, adrita, drita slash adrita, fixed slash non-fixed. So real quick, so this is a very simple concept. Drita is your fixed karmas, the things in the world, the paradigms, the parameters, the boundaries of our existence, the things in our life, the actions, the events, the experiences, the conditions that we are going to experience that we cannot change in this world. And so no matter what you do, no matter what you try, maybe you try a lot and you try and change this karma. This is karma that cannot be changed. It is fixed. Then there is adrita karma, which is non-fixed. This is the opposite. These are the situations, parameters, conditions, paradigms in our life where if we just put a little bit of effort into it, it changes easily, or it changes on its own over time. Maybe it doesn't happen for a long time. We do experience it. It is an experience to be had, a karma. It is something that we're going to do, but it's not something that's going to define us, hold us down, hold us back, and be there without being able to be changed. It's very changeable, easily changeable. And then the middle one, we have drita, adrita, which is a mix of the two. So what do we get when we mix something fixed with something non-fixed? Well, this is where we have to put more effort into it. Maybe it's something that we had to endure or overcome, but it took us a longer period of time. But after we put a lot of effort into it and we paid a lot of attention, we burned a lot of karma, then we were able to move past it. We were able to go somewhere else, to establish a different paradigm. So that paradigm of experience shifted or changed after a certain amount of time or effort or energy whatever is the qualifying parameter of it. So now, so with this, how this can be tied. So how this ties in then to fate and free will. So let's say in our awareness that we are aware of the things in this world that are drida, that we cannot change. And maybe these are things that not only can we not change them, we've tried changing them to no avail. And what are you going to experience more of in this situation? Are you going to be more privy towards fate or free will? Well, you're probably going to believe more in fate. If you have, for whatever reason, in your awareness, your experience, your subjective experience of life, if we have this notion of, wow, no matter what I do, so it's like we have this thing where it's like, okay, I just have to accept it. I've learned to accept that, this is the way things are. Whatever. This is what I can't change this. So guess what? I'm just going to do what I can do with what I have, right? And like make the most of my world. So that's the idea when you have a belief in fate. Possibly the reason why someone were to have a belief in fate is because this is more in their awareness. This drita karma. They're more aware of these karmas in their lifetime. Maybe they just have more things that makes them more privy to this. Now let's take the opposite. Let's take someone that has a situation of experience in their lifetime where they're very privy and very aware of the things that are happening in their life but what they experience is it's like, I had that happen to me too, but I changed that. I quickly worked and I got out of the way of, or I dealt with it for a split second, or it just went away quickly with time, because I went on a different path. So that is more like, potentially, this is how karma can relate to free will. Because in this instance, it's like this person more in their awareness it's like, okay, here's what I have to deal with. I easily overcome all this stuff and I get to somewhere else. And I got there because of, I broke free from those shackles. So it wasn't a big deal. So that's how karma that's how like drita karma can lead to a feeling of an experience of fate, and adrita karma can lead to an experience of free will. Now adrita karma, it's fixed, non-fixed, means that you're going to deal with something for a certain amount of time. So this can lead to either one, right? You're dealing with this karma. If it's a difficult karma, you might feel like, it might give you a belief somewhere in the middle here. If these are, and the idea here is how these classifications of karmas can give way to our little bubble when we're in our little bubble of believing in fate, or in our little bubble of believing free will, because maybe the main karmas the person experiences are ones they have to come over, or it's just a karma of one they have to work with to put some energy towards all the time. And that can influence the bubble as far as the belief of karma, of fate, and free will. So I think this is I just wanted to touch on this quick little relationship here and get us into these descriptions of drita, adrita, and adrita, because this is what we're going to use. All these other past videos now are going to lead us. Now, finally, I've talked about fate, I've talked about free will, I've talked about karma. Of the four topics, the one I haven't talked about is astrology. And then this drita, adrita, and adrita are how we can view karmas when we're looking at birth charts, and that's what we'll talk about in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and namaste.